of the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge under Commanding General Yohanan. And this is the Brotherhood class. Let's get the announcements.
In the ISUPK, we are educating Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians about their true heritage, which is comprised of the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Bible. Once our people begin to follow the laws in the Bible, God, or Yahweh in the Hebrew, will look down from heaven and have mercy on us. He will also send Christ to free us from our oppression. Using the Bible, the ISUPK will fix all the problems of the Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian communities, turning a lawless and immoral people into a law-abiding, righteous people. The true nationality of the Negroes, Hispanic, Native Indians, and West Indians of the North, Central, and South America are the true descendants of the lost 12 tribes of the nation of Israel, and Jesus Christ is their king.
That's right. So we're going to get this started. Give me Matthew 24, verse 6. Because there's a lot of interesting things happening in the world today. You know what I'm saying? It seemed like brothers can't do nothing. We can't just ride on the subway, you know, without being stabbed in the neck. We can't jog on the street without getting hunted down like some dogs. Just hunted down the street, lynched. You know what I'm saying? And it's a lot of interesting stuff you're seeing right now floating around on the internet. You know, we got you know, brothers, you know what I'm saying, that's just getting straight sick and tired of it. You know, they, you know, it's getting ready to pop off like real soon. You know what I'm saying? People have had enough of, you know what I'm saying, just straight up disrespect and just no compassion for the Black and Hispanic and Native American man.
Right.
You know, and people are just getting, you know what I'm saying, fed up with it. You know what I'm saying? But you know, this time is almost up. This time is almost up. So, you know, what we need to do in this, you know what I'm saying, in these last days and times is keep a level head, and we need to not sin. You definitely don't want to be sinning when it's so close to the end.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And with that, let me get the scripture.
The book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars.
Right. So you know what, you hear about wars all the time. You know what I'm saying? You hear about you know what I'm saying, America going to war with this person, and South Korea is going against North Korea and exchanging fire, and you know what I'm saying, you hear war and rumors of war. You know, this has been going on. You know what I'm saying? This has been going on. You hear about you know what I'm saying, the Black Panthers marching down the street with all kind of guns and stuff. You know, marching down the street where the brother was jogging and got lynched. You know what I'm saying? You hear about all kind of crazy things. This is when the disciples came and they were asking Christ when it was going to be close to the end. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Go ahead.
For all these things must come to pass.
All these things must happen. They must come to pass. This is what Christ is telling them. These things must come to pass. It means they must happen. Go ahead.
But the end is not yet.
But the end is not yet. You know what I'm saying? We going through, you know what I'm saying, wars and rumors of wars. We're going through the coronavirus, you know, these sicknesses, you know what I'm saying, and these pestilences, you know what I'm saying. These are the things that must happen, but the end is not yet. Go ahead.
Verse 7. For nation shall rise against nation.
For nation shall rise against nation. This is what's happening right now today. Nation is rising against nation. You know what I'm saying? Right now in Africa, they're burning down all the Chinese businesses. You know what I'm saying? They trying to get the Chinese up out of there. And in China, they're doing the same to the Africans. And you know what I'm saying? A couple of little sprinkles of pepper of black people in there. This is what happens when we don't separate. But yeah, nations gonna rise against nations, man. Go ahead.
And kingdom against kingdom.
And kingdom against kingdom, man. You know what I'm saying? The kingdom, the Crips and Bloods, they've been fighting against each other. You know what I'm saying? The blacks and Mexicans been fighting against each other. You know what I'm saying? The North Daniels and the Southerners, they've been fighting against each other. You know, these are things that's been happening. Go ahead.
And there shall be famines.
And there should be famines. You know what I'm saying? All this panicking and stuff, and people panic buying stuff. You know what I'm saying? Buying the stores all out. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna come a time where it's gonna be famine where you ain't gonna be able to buy food. You know what I'm saying? Right now, you can't even buy you can't even find toilet paper. Salakia. Hey, y'all better keep it quiet up there. Keep it quiet up there. Go upstairs now. Go upstairs. Salakia. Yeah, so it's about to be a uprising up in here. Salakia. Hey, nah, but go ahead.
And pestilences.
And pestilences, man. You know what I'm saying? Rats and roaches all in your neighborhoods. You know what I'm saying? That's pestilence. That's what I mean by pestilence. You know what I'm saying? Call her name.
Salakia, young man Telly.
Hey, Shalom, bro. How you doing?
Sacramento.
What's going on, brother? How you doing?
All right, how you doing, sir?
It's good. It's good to hear you. Most High Christ. Most High Christ. Yeah, but right now we're in Matthew verse what? 24 and 7.
Matthew 24:7.
All right. So go ahead. But matter of fact, we're gonna jump back up to verse 6 because that's where we started at. So go ahead and start at verse 6.
Book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars.
So we were talking about when the disciples came to Christ and they wanted to know what was going to happen before when the end of the system is coming. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
See that ye be not troubled.
Yes, see that you be not troubled during all this old craziness that's going on right now. You know what I'm saying? You are not to be troubled. This is what our King told us. Trouble during these hard times. You know what I'm saying? Not to be, worried about the coronavirus, about shooting you down in the street when you're just jogging. Not to be worried about these things. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
For all these things must come to pass.
These things must happen. These things must happen, and they're going to happen. They're already happening. They've already been in it for years. Go ahead.
But the end is not yet.
But the end ain't yet. You know what I'm saying? The end ain't yet. Go ahead.
Verse 7. For nation shall rise against nation.
Nation shall rise up against nation. Right now, the Africans are rising up. The Chinese start rising up against the Africans. You know, kicking them out their homes, blaming them for the coronavirus that they started. You know what I'm saying? Rising up against that burning down their businesses. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to get them up out of there. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
And kingdom against kingdom.
Yeah, kingdom against kingdom, man. You know what I'm saying? Mexicans fighting against blacks, and the northern Mexicans, the kingdom's been rising up against the kingdoms. You know what I'm saying? That's been happening. These are already things that's already been happening. Go ahead.
And there's your famine.
Famines, out of all this chaos with the coronavirus and, what I'm saying, and whatever else plague that the Most High sends, what I'm saying, we're going to be going through famines, what I'm saying. They already been panic buying up everything, you can't even get toilet tissue. You know what I'm saying? You can't even get toilet tissue. What?
And pestilences.
And pestilences, man. We've been, in the Black Hispanic communities, Black and Hispanic communities been going through pestilence. Pestilences, rats and roaches and mice and shit running all through that house, man. Salakia. You know what I mean? Just get the brother caught up. Go ahead.
And earthquakes in diverse places.
Earthquakes in diverse places, man. One of the places is Puerto Rico, man. Puerto Rico been getting rocked with earthquakes. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be earthquakes in diverse places. Go ahead.
Verse 8. And these are the beginning of sorrows.
These are the beginning of sorrows. These are the beginning of sorrows, man. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna come to a very, very hard, troubling time, in our lives going through these last days, man. But you know how we're going to get through it? We're going to get through it with brotherhood, man.
Right.
The brotherhood is going to help you. We gonna stick together, man. It's where you weak at something, it's going to be a brother that's strong at that. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be a brother that come over to help you, and you're going to help him. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna give ourselves to each other, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We already preparing for these hard times, man. You know what I'm saying? Because we know that they're coming. We know that this is not just something that's just gonna pass away when the coronavirus is done. You know what I'm saying? In the UPK, we've been preparing. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta be a dummy not to prepare. You know what I'm saying? But the only thing is we're not worried because we know this is going to be the end of our slavery. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We know this system has to end. This system is just hell for us. This system is just hell for us. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Is that the end of 8?
Okay.
Give me 2 Thessalonians verse 2 and 1.
Okay.
You know? Right. But the brotherhood is our weapon. You know what I'm saying? Because we're going through more than just, you know what I'm saying, physical battle with ourselves. You know what I'm saying? We're slaving every day. You know what I'm saying? We're going through serious spiritual battle too. You know what I'm saying? Our minds is just, a lot of people just don't make it just from the stress alone.
Right.
Just from the stress alone, man. Go ahead.
Book of 2 Thessalonians, chapter 2, verse 1. Now we beseech ye.
But we beseech you though. That's what you know what I'm saying? Hey, brother Telly, you know what beseech means?
Right off the top of my head.
Yeah, no sweat. But beseech means like kind of like begging, pleading with your brothers. You know what I'm saying? We beseech you. We beseech you in the UPK, man. We beseech you, man. We really, really want to give you this truth, man.
Right.
We really, really want you to obey God. You know what I'm saying? Of the Most High, because this is your only way out. You know what I'm saying? And we do this why? Because we love our brothers and sisters in the UPK. You know what I'm saying? We love our brothers and sisters in the UPK so much. We willing to tell you that we'll even give you the stuff that you don't want to hear.
Right.
Because this is not the Christian church. You know what I'm saying? This is not the Christian church, man. We're not going to make you feel good and pass you a collection plate. No, that's not what we do in the UPK, man. We are the home of the truth, and we going to give you the truth. You know what I'm saying? We love our brothers and we love our sisters, man. You know what I'm saying? We are constantly letting brothers know, hey, bro, you being effeminate right now. You're being emotional right now. So, Rocky, we constantly telling our sisters, man, look, sis, you being a monster, man. You know what I'm saying? I bet you we'll tell a sister in a minute, man, I bet you at the house alone, man. Ain't nobody finna stay with a monster like you. You know what I'm saying? One thing we do, man, we give our brothers and sisters their medicine, man, because it's what they need to hear.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? What they need to hear, man. Brother, you need to stop sinning, man. You need to stop smoking them cigarettes or the Lord's gonna kill you. You know what I'm saying? You need to stop eating that pork, man. You finna have high blood pressure or die of diabetes or something. You know what I'm saying? Because you know when you disobey the Lord, you know what I'm saying? You know, you just digging yourself in the bigger hole, man. You know, hey, I don't know how the Lord's gonna do with you, man, but you're not gonna just be one of His children and just disobeying Him, especially when you know the law and He's not gonna deal with you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You know, especially just like the Father when He puts down that law. You know what I'm saying? Like when I tell my kids, or if I was to tell my kids, not that they be having bad grades or nothing, but you better get them grades up. Guess what? You better get them grades up, because once your grace period is over and them grades is not up, something's gonna happen.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Something's gonna happen. I'm not gonna just sit here and just let my kid just slip. You know what I'm saying? And fall off and dig yourself deeper in the hole. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to do that. You know what I'm saying? Just like the Lord is not going to do that with us. He's going to keep punishing us until we get it right, until we obey, you know what I'm saying, all these laws and commandments. You know what I'm saying? If anything that you do know, you should be obeying.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because you know it's against the Lord. You know what I'm saying? It's against the Most High. You know what I'm saying? The Most High power. Think about that. It's against the Most High power, man. So we beseech you, you know what I'm saying, to get it right. We beseech you to stop eating that pork. You know what I'm saying? Smoking them cigarettes, messing with whores. You know what I'm saying? Sleeping with women and leaving them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That stuff is disgusting, man, and it's damaging to our nation, man. You know what I'm saying? The Lord put these laws and commandments here to protect us, man. This is what protects our nation. This is what keeps us strong. You know what I'm saying? But go ahead.
Now we beseech ye, brethren, by the coming of our
We beseech you who?
brethren.
We beseech you who?
Brethren.
To come. What does it mean by him saying brethren?
It's the old English word for brother.
Talking to.
So-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians.
That's right.
12 tribes.
The 12 tribes. You know what I'm saying? These are the people that beseech. These are the people that we're looking for. You know what I'm saying? Give the law to if they don't know it. You know what I mean? The Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, man, the 12 tribes. You know what I'm saying? We don't go and beseech some Edomite. We don't go beg them to stop killing us. We gonna let them know. You know what I'm saying? The Most High gonna punish y'all for what y'all doing. Right. But we not finna plead with them. You know what I'm saying? To have mercy on us. You know what I'm saying? We finna beseech our brothers that they come and join the ISUPK, man.
That's right.
So that they come join this brotherhood, man, and help build this nation. You know what I'm saying? Because we know the laws that's going to keep us from murdering our brothers and sisters. We know the laws. We know that the fear of the Most High is going to be what keeps you from sleeping with your brother's wife.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Knowing that the Lord will kill you for that. You know what I'm saying? Knowing that the Lord will absolutely deal with you for that once you know these laws. You know what I'm saying? And you know, a fear of God is the only fear you should have, and it's a righteous fear. You know what I'm saying? Because you know, even in our mistakes, you know what I'm saying? You fall in the law, you get into with your brother, you're gonna gain your brother back. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna follow the you know what I'm saying, the guidelines to gaining your brother back, man. Because we all different and we gonna butt heads. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, knowing what I know now, you know what I'm saying, I know that I can go to my brother and you know, gain my brother back if I offended him in the wrong way, or if he offended me. You know what I'm saying? I know what to do. You know what I'm saying? I know how to handle it. You know what I'm saying? And we have it's more than that. You know what I'm saying? We have councils and stuff to where, you know, we can go get counsel if we need it. You know what I'm saying? The UPK is a beautiful thing, man. And you know what I'm saying? If you're not a part of it, I don't know what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? You're just in the world somewhere. You know what I'm saying? It's not that I hate my brothers and sisters in the world, but y'all really need to be in the UPK, man, because it's a beautiful thing, man. This brotherhood. You know what I'm saying? But go ahead.
By the coming of our by the coming of our Adawan, Yahushua Mashiach, and by our gathering together unto him.
Right. So we need to gather together under Christ. What should that? No. Okay, go ahead.
Read it as it's written, sir.
No, start again from the top.
Now we beseech you, brethren, by the coming of our Adawan, Yahushua Mashiach, and by our gathering together unto him.
Gather yourself together under him. You know what I'm saying? We need to gather ourselves together, you know what I'm saying, brethren, our brethren. You know what I'm saying? Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. You know what I'm saying? So-called Native American Indians. We need to gather ourselves together under Christ, man. That's one of the commandments, to gather yourself together. You know what I'm saying? It says gather yourself together. How's it go? A nation not desired. Right. We the undesired. We can't even jog down the street without getting hunted down. When it says nation not desired, that's us. You know what I'm saying? They locking us down. They locking our brothers down at the border right now, stripping their kids from their family, man. They got, you know what I'm saying? They got us divided and conquered. You know what I'm saying? Under this slavery, making slave wages, can't do nothing for us. Go ahead.
Verse 2. That ye be not soon shaken in mind.
Right. So yeah. So we do these things, man. We ain't gonna be shaken in mind, man. We're gonna be good because we know what's coming. You know what I'm saying? And we know that we got our brothers around us to help us, man. We gather together, man. We're not gonna be shaken, man. Once we all come together under Christ, man, we are a mighty nation. You know what I'm saying? They already see what we're doing. They see what we're doing. They see what we do on the football field. They see what we do on the basketball field, man. You know what I'm saying? Jumping in the air, spinning around, making split decisions in the air, man. They know we gifted. You know what I'm saying? We do the most amazing things, man. We make gold out of shit. You know what I'm saying? Or what it was saying, shit out of gold, man. We just make it happen, man.
Right.
You know what I mean? It just, the things brothers do, man, is just never gonna stop amazing you. You know what I'm saying? Is that it for two?
Sir.
Go ahead.
that ye be not soon shaken in mind, or be troubled, neither by spirit.
Right. Because we during all this is what's going on, man. You know, we shouldn't be troubled. You know what I'm saying? Because we know earlier back in Matthew, you know what I'm saying, the 24th chapter, you know what I'm saying, we got an order from Christ to be not troubled by this. You know what I'm saying? Christ is telling us, you know what I'm saying, these things must happen. These things must happen. You know what I mean? But with that, give me second Timothy 2 and 4.
Book of 2 Timothy, chapter 2, verse 4. No man that warreth entangled himself with the affairs of this life.
So no man that warreth. Who's the man that warreth that we talking about? It's talking about blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. We are warriors. We are warriors. You know what I'm saying? If you in this nation of Israel, if you're part of this 12 tribes, you are a man, you are a warrior.
Right.
You know what I mean? You are a warrior. You need to gather yourself together with your people, man. You know what I'm saying? Gather yourself, you know what I'm saying? Don't lead to your own understanding, man. Lead to the instructions that the Most High left you in this book that he's telling you right now. Read that from the top.
Book of 2 Timothy, chapter 2, verse 4. No man that warreth entangle himself with the affairs of this life.
If you are a warrior, part of this nation, don't entangle yourself in the wars of this life, man. Don't join Esau's military. Don't do that. You know what I'm saying? If you're doing that, you know what I'm saying, you go out there and get killed. You know what I'm saying? Fighting some war that you know what I'm saying, that's gonna profit your oppressor. What a waste, man.
Right.
What a goddamn waste. You know what I'm saying? And that type of shit makes me sick. Salakia.
Right.
Go ahead.
So just to iterate a little bit on that, I saw something today and it's kind of been weighing a little heavy on me. I was doing a class earlier on YouTube and I came across a little 3-minute excerpt from a white man, and this Edomite was extremely honest. What he said was he used three of our people, but the way he broke it down was simple. You take a baseball bat and you put it in the hands of a white man, it's just a Louisville Slugger. You take the same baseball bat and you put it in the hands of a Derek Jeter or some predominant black man that plays baseball, and the bat becomes worth $50 million, $100 million. You take a basketball and you put it in the hands of a white man, it's just a basketball, something that toss around and throw in the air. You put it in the hands of LeBron James, it becomes worth $300 million. These people, he said, we noticed that the money has always been and always will be oppressing the black man and finding a way to capitalize off of what they do well.
Right.
These people understand that we are not ready for the type of war that they are ready for now because of the way that they have set certain laws and guidelines and, per state, wherever you at. Sometimes it's really difficult for somebody to get their hands on firearms as opposed to maybe you going on a video and looking and seeing that, these people got a lot of firearms. They're kind of ready for a different type of thing. I'm noticing now just kind of picking up and watching little videos like that it's a reason why this scripture tells us to band together.
Right.
Brother say we gonna need one another. I don't think people really understand how serious that is. Because when it hits the fan, really go to the pen. You know, the scripts don't lie, and this thing got to get a lot worse before it gets better. So I guess maybe that's a scary thing. You know, I just wanted to iterate that, man. When I heard that white man said something that just was kind of blew me away, because you don't really hear them be too honest about things. You know, they like to hide it.
Right. And they know what times they're in too. But like a lot of Edomites, man, they know the scriptures. You know what I'm saying? They listen to the classes. And it's true what you say, man. You know what I'm saying? You take that baseball bat and you put it in a black man's hands, that shit turn to $300,000. Like I said earlier, man. We can turn shit into gold. You know what I mean? And that just is what it is. You feel me? We are, you know what I'm saying, God's chosen.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They have been using us as a battery to build this nation. You know what I'm saying? They won't let us go. Just like Pharaoh wouldn't let us go. You know what I'm saying? You know, during the Exodus, Pharaoh was coming with his whole army. If people were just trying to leave, just let them leave. Why is that? Because we was the battery to Egypt. You know what I'm saying? Just like we are the battery to America. If we were to do a mass exodus out of this country, you think that they would let us? Ain't no way they would let us.
One more time, Brother Telly. Has that ever been tried? If you don't mind me asking, has anybody ever tried to have a mass exodus?
It's been people that tried to go to Africa, you know what I'm saying, like after so-called slavery was up, you know what I'm saying, but it's never been a mass exodus in that, you know what I'm saying, not yet, you know what I'm saying, but in that, like, in that mass, like from Egypt, you know what I'm saying, to my knowledge, but you know what I mean, but yeah.
You know what, I didn't mean like that, and you said it perfectly, because I didn't mean like the Ben Amin type of exodus, you know what I mean? I mean like really, has anybody ever really said, okay, well let's go?
Yeah, people have been saying it, but you know, it is. But I'm gonna get back to this class, brother. So where was you at? Go ahead and hit verse 4 from the top.
Book of 2 Timothy, chapter 2, verse 4. No man that warreth entangle himself with the affairs of this life, that he may please him who hath chosen him to be a soldier.
Right. So, you know, you seen them commercials, man. You see the billboards. You know what I'm saying? When Salakia, when they're advertising the army commercials, when they have them billboards on there, when they're trying to get police officers, whose face is it that's on that billboard? Whose face is it that's on that commercial? You know what I'm saying? That's usually a black or a Hispanic man's face,
right?
That they want to join their military. You know what I'm saying? They're choosing you. You know what I'm saying? Because when they commit their crimes against you, when they murder, you know what I'm saying? On this, like when a black man is shot by a white cop on the street, you know what I'm saying? An unarmed black man. Who do they get to talk to the news? It is always a black man. It's always a black man that comes up and speaks on behalf of the police for that black man that's getting murdered. Why is that? Why is that? They're using you as a puppet. You know what I'm saying? You are a battery for them, man. You're their excuse. You know what I'm saying? They took you and they brainwashed you from ancestors back. And now it's gotten so bad they even got you speaking up on behalf of them for murdering you and your people.
Right.
That is how bad it's got. But what does the Most High say? Read that from the top.
2 Timothy chapter 2, verse 4. No man that warreth entangle himself with the affairs of this life, that he may please him who hath chosen him to be a soldier.
Man, you are entangled. You know what I'm saying? But when you're awoke, like these brothers in the UPK, ain't no man at war if is going for that. Ain't no man at war if that you know what I'm saying is falling for that. You know that we finna stick to the protocol of the UPK. You know what I'm saying? That's who we war with. You know what I'm saying? Not going to some other country fighting. You know what I'm saying? Esau's war, so he can rob them for their resources. You know what I'm saying? Because 90% of the time, it's never what they say it is. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's never what they say it is. And they're not going to send their kids to war. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they got some dumb, you know what I'm saying, broke redneck sending his son out there. He can go out there and be a hero for America.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They you know what I'm saying, them rednecks, they don't care. They just want blood. They just want to hunt. You feel me? They'll go do it for that. But you know, we're gonna get into some scriptures that, you know what I'm saying, pretty much get into you know what I'm saying, who we're warned for if we choose to get into Esau's military or his police force. Go ahead.
Verse 5.
No, Salaki, we're gonna drop that. Let me get 2 Corinthians 10 and 3.
Fine.
It's loud. So this is what we wore in. You know what I'm saying? Every brother in the UPK, this is what we wore in. You know what I'm saying? You ready?
Okay.
Ready?
The book of 2 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 3. For though we walk in the flesh,
Right.
we do not war after flesh.
Right.
Verse 4.
We walk in the flesh, man. We're tempted. We're tempted. We want to do all these things. You know what I'm saying? But we're walking around with fear of the Most High. You know what I'm saying? We want to do everything we can to build the nation. Start that from the top.
The book of 2 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 3. For though we walk in the flesh, we do not
walk in the flesh. The flesh wants. The flesh wants to do all these things. You know what I'm saying? The flesh want to go out there and, you know what I'm saying, sleep with whores and smoke all kind of weed and cigarettes and, you know what I'm saying, eat pork and shrimp and all that stuff. We walking in the flesh, man. You know what I'm saying? We tempted of these things. Go ahead.
We do not war after the flesh.
We don't war after the flesh. We are not going to go out our way to make sure we have things of God that the Most High does not want us to have. You know what I'm saying? That said, no, we don't war after the flesh. You know what I'm saying? It's not about what we want. It's about serving the Most High.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's about waking up your people. That's what it's about. You know what I'm saying? It's about building this nation, man. Saving your brother. That's what the Most High wants out of us. You know what I'm saying? Be a warrior for that.
Right.
Be a warrior for that. Go ahead.
Verse 4. For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal.
The weapons of our warfare is not carnal. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm not saying don't get a gun. You know what I'm saying? Legally. Yeah, you get a gun legally. You know what I'm saying? You legally get a gun. You know what I'm saying? Don't just be out there getting burners and you know what I'm saying and throwaways and you know what I'm saying whatnot. Yeah, get a legal gun. You know what I'm saying? But the weapons of our warfare is not carnal. You know what I mean? The weapons of our warfare is spiritual. You know what I'm saying? This is the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. That's what it's about. That's what brothers and sisters need to get into so they can save their people, man. So we can raise brothers and sisters up in the right way. You know what I'm saying? So they can fight that flesh. You know what I mean? He's not you're not gonna sleep with the next man's wife. When you talk to a female, you're gonna find out if she has a husband first. You know what I'm saying? And if she does, you're not gonna go there. Shalom. Go ahead.
But mighty through Yahweh to the pulling down of strongholds.
Yeah, through the pulling down of strongholds, man. You know what I'm saying? We we're gonna wake our people up, man. TV is a stronghold. TV has got one of the biggest holds on our sisters. You know what I'm saying? Because they think, TV molds our sisters now. It absolutely molds our sisters into being monsters. Man. Unbearable, you know what I'm saying? You can't be around monsters. You know what I'm saying? Real housewives of Atlanta or whatever. You know what I mean? Just, you know what I'm saying? Like, TV is like one of the biggest strongholds there is. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Stockholm Syndrome is a stronghold. You know what I mean? That is just, that's just like one of the biggest, strongholds we got right now. You know what I'm saying? The Christian church. You know, these is all, weapons against us. You know what I mean? But go ahead.
Verse 5. Casting down imaginations.
Yeah. Casting down imaginations, man. It don't matter what you think is going to, you know what I mean? It don't matter what you think, you know what I'm saying, is going to save our people. What's going to save our people is Yahweh when we start obeying these laws, statutes, and commandments, man. You know what I'm saying? Let the Most High think for you. Better yet, think in unison with the Most High is telling you. You know what I mean? Think in unison with that, man. Don't imagine, you know what I'm saying, oh, we're finna just, you know what I'm saying, bear arms and you know what I'm saying, we finna just hunker down and we're just gonna go attack them and kill a bunch of them and go back into our house and then they fly a predator drone right in your living room and blow you all up. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know, we don't have to do nothing but obey the Most High.
That's right.
That's what we have to do. We don't have to do nothing but, you know what I'm saying, obey these laws, statutes, and commandments, man. The whole world is shut down with a virus. The whole world. You know what I mean? You know, But, you know what I'm saying, regardless if they made it or not, it's killing them. You know what I'm saying? So you need to, in order for you to be protected, you need to obey these laws, statutes, and commandments. You know what I mean? You need to get with the UPK. And we're going to show you how to do it. With that, man, let me get Ephesians 6, 12. You know what I'm saying? Don't think carnal. You know what I'm saying? Think in how the UPK is teaching you. You know what I'm saying? What?
Book of Ephesians, chapter 6, verse 12. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood.
There it goes again. We wrestle not against flesh and blood. You know what I'm saying? Not against what the flesh wants. Go ahead.
But against principalities.
Against powers. Against principalities, against powers, you know what I'm saying? Against we wrestle against the hardest of the we wrestle against America. You know what I'm saying? And their beliefs and what they're leading everybody to believe. We wrestling against that. You know what I'm saying? We wrestling against everything they're pushing on us. The gay movement. You know what I'm saying? The lesbian movement, which
Right.
I tell you what is right. You know, the LBG community, which is real powerful and really pushing their agenda on everybody. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Against powers. Against the rulers of the darkness of this world.
The rulers of the darkness of this world. This is what we're wrestling against. You know what I'm saying? Because they are psychologically bombarding you, your children, with their agenda. And they have all the airtime, all the TV time to bombard you, you know what I'm saying, with their belief. You know what I'm saying? And they're winning a lot of people over. They're winning a lot of our brothers and sisters over. They're a lot of our sisters over. Because, you know, during a lot of people's pastime, what they do, they like to sit back and watch TV. Sit back and watch the news. Even if you're not watching those reality TV shows, you're watching the news. You know what I'm saying? Before, you know what I'm saying, the cell phone camera, what the news said was law. He pulled a gun on the officer. He you know what I'm saying? He tried to take the officer's gun. You know what I'm saying? Before, you know what I'm saying, you had nothing, before the video cam, you had nothing to believe but the news, man. They was the power. You know what I'm saying? But the Lord, you know what I'm saying, made it to where we can see what is going on. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, and then a lot of our brothers and sisters still don't want to wake up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We fighting against everything, man. You know what I'm saying? It's a fight to wake your brothers and sisters up, man. You know what I mean? It's crazy, man. But you know, in the UPK, we woke in the UPK, man. You are messing with brothers and sisters that is woke and know what it's going to take to get our people out of this situation. Go ahead.
Against spiritual wickedness in high places.
Against spiritual wickedness in high places, man. The most wicked is wicked. You know what I'm saying? In high places, man. You know, Donald Trump, Bill Gates. You know what I'm saying? The most wickedest in high places, man.
Right.
That's what we're up against. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's so important for us to gather ourselves together. You know what I mean? This is just, you know what I mean? This is what it is right now. You know what I'm saying? We are in some amazing times right now. We're in some absolute amazing times right now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Just wake up and just turn on the internet and just see what's going on in the world. You know what I'm saying? See all the police murders. See all the you know what I'm saying? See what they're doing in China and see what they're doing in Africa. You know what I'm saying? See how they're treating our sisters in these stores. See how they're beating them and choking them in stores, and see how our sisters are still flocking to their stores to spend all their money on making our enemies rich. These are the powers we're fighting against. These are the things. This is what we're trying to wake our people up against. You know what I'm saying? How we go flocking, spend our money with them, man. You know what I'm saying? It's disgusting to me. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? We're going to long suffer with our brothers, man. We're going to receive our brothers and sisters to stop that. We're going to try and wake our brothers and sisters up, man.
Right.
But, give me Proverbs 1-7. You know what I'm saying? This is what we need to do. You know what I'm saying? This is what we need to do. We need to be stingy with our people, man. I would like us to be stingy with our people, man. Overprotective with our people, man. You know what I'm saying? We are important. You know what I'm saying? And this is one thing we need to know to, you know what I'm saying, that's going to get us in line. The only thing that's going to get us in line is obedience.
Right.
Obedience is what's going to save us. The only thing that's going to save us is obedience. And then how do you get obedience? We're going to get this scripture right now. Go ahead.
Book of Proverbs, chapter 1, verse 7. The fear of Yahweh is the beginning of knowledge.
The fear of the Most High is the beginning of knowledge, man. If you walk in fear of the Most High, and it's a healthy fear, man. It's a healthy fear. You know what I'm saying? This is not some every day you just think you're going to step on a landmine and die, man. You just don't want to disappoint your father, man. Like, that's normal. You know, you don't want to disappoint your father, man. This is our father, man. He loves us. You know what I'm saying? He loves us. He will punish us. He is our father. You know what I'm saying? And he is a good father. And he's going to do his job as a father. But to have knowledge, we need to fear him. That's what's going to keep us making the good decisions. You know what I mean? It's not exactly walking on eggshells, but it is being cautious. And there's nothing wrong with being cautious, man. There's nothing wrong with obeying these laws. You know what I'm saying? These laws, because they're put here to protect you. The laws is actually the love of the Most High. That's what the scriptures tell us. Read that again from the top.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 1, verse 7. The fear of the Most High is the beginning of knowledge.
Is the beginning of knowledge, man. You know what I'm saying? That right there could save a lot of brothers. You know what I'm saying? You know, brothers might say they have a fear of the Most High, but they don't really have a fear of the Most High. Because if every brother had a fear of the Most High, you wouldn't be selling drugs to your brother. You know what I'm saying? You would not be selling drugs to your brother if you had fear of the Most High. You would not be, you know what I'm saying, whoring our sisters out if you had fear of the Most High. You would not. You would not dare. You know what I'm saying? Because if you knew, you know what I'm saying, if you were conscious to what the Most High can do to you, you know what I'm saying? You would never You know what I'm saying? Sell your people poison. You would never pour your sisters out. You know what I'm saying? You would never sleep with that brother's wife. You know what I'm saying? The fear of the Most High is the beginning of knowledge. You know what I'm saying? The beginning of knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
I don't want to. But fools despise wisdom and instruction.
Man, if you despise wisdom, if you know what I'm saying, you a fool. If you despise instruction, you know what I'm saying, like the Lord is instructing you not to do certain things. If you're denying instruction from the Lord, you a fool, man. You know what I'm saying? You're doomed. You know what I'm saying? You're doomed to make a mistake. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to get nowhere. You know what I mean? Slovakia. Is that it for that? Give me Exodus 22 and 18. You know what I'm saying? The only way we're gonna get out of this situation is obedience from the Lord. The Lord wants you to be obedient. You know what I'm saying? He's telling you everything that happens before it happens. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, he's telling you what you need to do to get out of the situation you're in right now. That we are in right now. And I'm gonna serve the Lord.
The book of Exodus, chapter 22, verse 18. Thou shalt not a witch to live.
So if you are selling your brother's coke, crack, you know what I'm saying, pills, whatever, you are a witch. You a witch. You mixed up a potion, you know what I'm saying, put it together and sold it to your people to keep them coming back to you for the money. You are a witch. You know what I'm saying? And read that from the top.
The book of Exodus, chapter 22, verse 18. Thou shalt not suffer a witch to live.
So the Most High is going to put you to death. You know what I'm saying? What is the statistics of dope dealers living? You either die or you go to jail. You know what I'm saying? And being in jail ain't living either. You know what I mean? The Lord suffers a witch not to live. You know what I mean? If you out there selling dope to your people, you know what I'm saying, in this condition we in, you the Lord suffer you not to live, man. We know you starving, we all starving. And it's like our oppressors leave us with nothing else. But, you need to do like we all need to do and gather ourselves together and figure out a different way, man. Don't sell drugs. Don't pimp your sisters out. You know what I'm saying? We can all work together, man. We will all be just fine if we just separated from each other. Not from each other, but, you know what I'm saying, the heathen nations. We'll all be fine, man. You can just look in history, you know what I'm saying, before we integrated and see what kind of businesses we had. We was doing just fine. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, of course, we had heathens coming to kill us, but heathens are killing us now. What's the difference? The difference is we were doing better when we were separated from them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's the difference. You know what I'm saying? And we'll do better, once we're separated again. It'll be a whole different ball game now when we separate this time, because we're not gonna let them do us like they're doing us now. You know what I'm saying? Is that it for that? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Give me 1 Peter 1:7. You got it? Good.
Book of 1 Peter chapter 1, verse 7. That the trial of your faith, being much more precious than of gold that perish.
Right. So this is what makes you much more precious than gold to the Most High, man. The trial of your faith, man. The fear of the Lord, man. Doing the right thing, man. Conquering that flesh. You know what I'm saying? That you're not warring for, man. Conquering that flesh, man. You know what I'm saying? Going through this battle, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You're proving to God that you can do the right thing. You know what I'm saying? You're proving it, and you're gonna get a crown for it. You know what I'm saying? You know, God cannot lie. You know what I'm saying? You will get a crown for what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? If you read that from the top.
Look at 1 Peter chapter 1, verse 7. That the trial of your faith, being much more precious than of gold that perish.
Man, the trial of your faith, man. You know what I'm saying? It's much more precious, man. You know, back, you know what I'm saying, in the day, we'd rather be put to death than eat some pork, man. We'd die before we eat some pork, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We would let our kids die before we eat some pork, and our kids would willingly die. You know what I'm saying? Before we ate some pork. You know what I mean? Something simple as is, but nowadays something simple as eating pork is a problem, not to eat pork. You know what I mean? Like, a pig is disgusting. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't do nothing but eat everything, including garbage and its own shit. And it's a problem to us to not eat it now, just because it's good, even though it's poison to us, even though you're eating literally shit. It's ridiculous, man. Salakia. It's ridiculous. Go ahead.
Though it be tried with fire, might be found unto praise and honor and glory at the appearance of Yahweh Shai Mashiach.
Right. The Most High going to be like, look at my servant. Look at his good works, man. Look how he didn't do that. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Our King will honor you. Will honor you. You know what I'm saying? For your works, man. For you fighting not against the flesh, man. Not sleeping with that brother's wife. Not selling your turn away from selling your brother's them potions, man, and drugs and stuff. Turn away from pimping your sisters. We know you get a lot of money for that. You know what I'm saying? But you war against that. You know what I mean? Is that it for that? What verse is that?
Verse 7, sir.
Go ahead, verse 8.
Verse 8. Whom living not seeing, whom having not seen ye love, in whom thou now ye see him not.
Right.
Yet believing ye rejoice with the joy unspeakable and full of glory.
Right. Full of glory, man. Unspeakable glory, man, if you do this. Let me get first Peter, no, 1 Peter 4:12.
Book of 1 Peter chapter 4, verse 12. Beloved, think it not strange concerning the fiery trial which is to try you, as though some strange thing happened unto you.
Right. Read that from the top.
Beloved, think it not strange concerning the fiery trial.
Is that 4? Is that
4:12? Sir. 1 Peter, correct?
Well, yeah.
Book of 1 Peter chapter 4, verse 12. Beloved, think it not strange concerning the fiery trial which is to try you,
right,
as though some strange thing happened unto you.
Right. Go ahead.
Verse 13. But rejoice, inasmuch as ye are partakers of Christ's sufferings, that when the glory shall be revealed, you might be glad also with exceeding joy.
Right. So read that. Read verse 12 again.
Beloved, think it not strange concerning the fiery trial which is to try you.
Right.
As though some.
Right. So beloved, it's speaking to the people that you know what I'm saying, Christ came and died for. You know what I mean?
Right.
Our brothers, you know what I'm saying, the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Man, we going through a fiery trial right now. You know what I'm saying? We are living in hell, man. You know what I'm saying? We've gone through it all, man. You know, we've lived at the bottom of the totem pole for you know what I'm saying, I don't know how long. You know what I'm saying? We're going through a fiery trial, man. That's why it's so hard. That's why it says we war. We warn, you know what I'm saying? We warn for our flesh. Go ahead.
As though some strange thing happened unto you.
Right. Go ahead.
13. But rejoice, inasmuch as ye are partakers of Christ's sufferings, that, when his glory shall be revealed, you may be glad also with exceeding joy.
Right. So just, you know, just know that, you know, you're pleasing Yahushua. You feel me? You're pleasing Yahushua. You're going through this trial. You know what I'm saying? You're doing the right thing. Stay doing the right thing. Stay having the fear of the Most High, man. You know what I'm saying? Give Christ something to talk about. You know what I'm saying? Because when Christ come back in his glory, he's going to be like, look at my servant. Look what my servant did. You know what I'm saying? Look at all, give him good things to tell the Father about. You know what I'm saying? That's what we need to do. You know what I mean? But give me 1 Thessalonians 5. 5:21.
The book of 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 21. Prove all things. Hold fast that which is good.
Prove all things. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing that we do in the UPK, man. We prove all things. Matter of fact, that's one thing, one reason, well, that is the main reason why I joined the UPK. Because when I found out when I was an Israelite, I was listening to all kind of different Israelite groups.
Right.
And the only ones that was able to prove everything that they say was the UPK. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that was the truth to me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not finna go with somebody that's kind of the truth. You know, I'm gonna go with the truth to the brothers that can prove everything they say. You know what I'm saying? I want to be able to serve, you know what I'm saying, Yahushua the right way.
Right.
And in the UPK, you know, being that the brothers that the mighty brother captains, the mighty generals and captains of the UPK was able to prove everything they say, you know what I'm saying? This is where I went. This is where the Most High led me. You know what I'm saying? And this is where I'm going to die. You know what I'm saying? With the UPK. You know what I'm saying? One west to the death.
Right.
You know what I mean? Go ahead.
Verse 22.
No, verse 22?
Okay.
Oh, no, we're going to drop that. This is going to be the last scripture. You know what I'm saying? For the night. Give me Matthew 5 and 10. Okay. 10 to 11. Go ahead.
I want to say, man, you can bring out the heavy points since you brought it up from way back when you called black people the basically the battery pack for this wicked kingdom. You know what I'm saying?
Right. It's good to hear you. It's good to hear you, Adawan. Didn't even know you was on the line.
Yeah, it's a good killing and shit. You know what I mean? But if you cover with the heat, man, I'm just checking it out thoroughly, but you've been coming with it all class, especially since, I mean, I was definitely thinking that analogy that you call the brothers, you know what I mean, the black people that battery pack that fuse this damn wicked ass nation, you know what I mean? What would they do without us?
Right.
But
Come with kind, sir.
Go ahead and do your thing.
Come with kind, sir. Yeah, Most High in Christ, man, and you know, and that's the brotherhood too. You know what I'm saying? When a brother chime in, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know, like you know, it really, you know what I'm saying, made me feel good. You know what I'm saying? To hear the brothers that taught me, you know what I'm saying, chiming into my class. You know what I'm saying? And that's one of the things that about the brotherhood, you know what I'm saying, is to being able to please the brothers that taught you. You know what I'm saying? It's just like you bringing forth, you bringing forth good works. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So Most High in Christ for the Anawan chiming in right there. But go ahead.
The book of Matthew, chapter 5, verse 10. Blessed are they which are persecuted for righteousness' sake.
Right. Blessed are they. You know what I'm saying? Going through these trials and tribulations that we're going through. You know what I'm saying? And if we're persecuted for it, man, you know what I'm saying, which we are persecuted for it. You know what I'm saying? We persecuted for it. Go to Facebook or whatever and hear the comments or read the comments of people that's sticking up for our people that's murdered in the streets. You know what I mean? They act like you a criminal just for speaking up against murder.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, look at Kaepernick. You know what I'm saying? What did he do? He just took a knee. That's all he did. He just took a knee. He didn't have no armed militia going up to a government building. You know what I'm saying? And with AR-15s blocking the street. He took a knee. That's all he did.
Right.
Read that from the top.
Blessed are they which are persecuted for righteousness' sake.
Yeah, blessed are they that are persecuted for righteousness' sake, man. That brother used his platform to speak up for you know what I'm saying, people that's being murdered in the street. He was sick of it. He was tired of it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, that's we as UPK, man, we come up against a lot of people, man, when we go hit that street corner, man. People People are coming up against us, you know what I'm saying? Throwing bottles at us, you know what I'm saying? For just for speaking what the Bible says. You know what I'm saying? People hate us for it.
Right.
For telling the truth. People hate you for telling the truth. Now if that's not wicked, I don't know what wicked is, man.
Right.
I don't know what wicked is, man. You know? But what is blessing?
Real quick.
Go ahead, sir.
The brothers who was taking the knees and everything, what did Trump call? He called them sons of bitches, man.
Right.
Their mother bitch. Man, these men that just stormed this damn U.S. temple, as you're gonna call it, because it's a building where they go worship at. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's pretty much one of their synagogues where they worship at. He said those men were righteous and upstanding citizens. You know what I mean? For showing up there, demanding shit with guns in their hands.
Right. And that just goes to show. Salakia, sir, go ahead.
I was gonna say he called them righteous citizens. You know what I mean? But he called the brothers who took a knee and killed so that you start killing black people. He called them sons of bitches. Right.
And that's just a testimony of how backwards and you know what I'm saying and how evil and how much hell that we in.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That you can't even do the right thing. If you're doing the right thing, you consider being wrong. You know what I'm saying? They want to get your dog and put a noose around it and burn your jersey. You know what I mean? And all this stuff for doing you know what I'm saying? For doing you know what I'm saying the right thing. You know what I'm saying? Most High in Christ for that comment that the other one brought out, man. Most High in Christ for that. But you know what? In the UPK, we're going to stay doing the right thing, man. We're going to stay doing the right thing in the Commander General Yohana, man, because he's going to show us the right way. You know what I'm saying? That's love, man. Showing your brothers the right way, man. Because for one thing, what he do is he points out the righteous examples, man, and he chastises the wicked, man.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? We're going to stay doing that. You know what I'm saying? And with that, I'm gonna end this class, man. We're gonna get these security announcements.
ISUPK security announcements. We are the ISUPK under Commanding General Yohana, started out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother or sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment, can be found in Numbers chapter 18, verse 21, and the book of Malachi, chapter 3, verses 8 through 10. It means tenth in Hebrew, or Maishara. 10% of any increase the Most High gives you. Give to the Treasury Department. Give to the Treasury Department or teacher. Priest fund. Free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming Holy Convocation is the Passover to be announced by Commanding General Yohana. You can find other announcements on our website at www.isupk.com.
Salakia. Yes, the Feast of First Fruits or something like that. Like 2 weeks.
I believe so, sir. I'm not sure. If any brother wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black, boots, shirts, pants, headband, or scarf.
All right. With that, I'm going to end this class. I'm going to say Yahweh Shem Yahshua Barakatah to all the brothers. Yahweh Shamar Al-Thah Shem Yahshua to all the sisters, man. Shalom.